Welcome back to the channel. Brace yourself. Tonight's showdown between Chelsea and Benfica was an absolute thriller. Suspense, weather delays, penalties, extra time. This had everything. Now, let's dive deep into how the Blues prevailed and break down 6 key player performances from today's epic encounter. Overall, Chelsea dominated possession and created the bulk of chances, but Benfica weathered the storm until late. A stunning free kick from Reece James in the 63rd minute broke the deadlock, but a stiff weather delay allowed Benfica back in with a last-second Di Maria penalty. Extra time swung firmly Chelsea's way. A red card for Benfica's Prestiani opened the floodgates. Nkunku, Neto, and Dewsbury Hall all struck, sealing a 4-1 win. From Enzo Maresca's 4-2-3-1 starting setup to his bold high press in extra time, the tactical shifts were clear. Replacements like Nkunku and Dewsbury Hall came in and dramatically swung momentum. Maresca looked calm but calculating throughout. He didn't just respond to Benfica's changes. He dictated tempo with tactical tweaks that caught even the most experienced watchers off guard. His faith in youth, his brave subs, and his trust in offensive football all came together. One moment stood out. As the team regrouped post-weather delay, Maresca huddled the players, reminding them to stay mentally sharp and play with tempo. That small intervention may have been a defining turning point. The weather delay introduced a moment of confusion and mental reset. Chelsea, who had been building steady pressure, seemed slightly rattled after the break. Momentum wavered, and it allowed Benfica to find a foothold. But in a show of resilience and tactical maturity, Chelsea regained composure and shifted gears in extra time. The delay could have derailed them, but instead, it fueled their urgency. Let's zoom in on 6 standout Chelsea players and their impact. Number 1, Reece James. The captain's strike, he stood over the ball like a conductor before the orchestra. With the weight of Chelsea's deadlock on his shoulders, Reece James stepped up and curled a free kick that bent the laws of physics and Benfica's resistance. But it wasn't just that moment. Throughout the first half, he surged forward like a battering ram and swept back like a shield. His slight lapse that led to the Di Maria situation was human, but his response was heroic. The captain reminded everyone why he wears the armband. His leadership will be pivotal moving forward, especially as Chelsea enter the semi-final phase. Number 2, Moises Caicedo. The midfield machine, he doesn't talk much. He lets his tackles speak. Moises Caicedo patrolled the center like a general in no mood for prisoners. Breaking up plays, threading passes, his energy was limitless. But near the weather delay, that engine stuttered briefly. A yellow card tempered his aggression. A reminder that even warriors must measure their fire. Still, Caicedo's imprint was all over this match. If Chelsea go all the way, it'll be built on his midfield steel. Number 3, Pedro Neto. The game breaker, every time Neto touched the ball, the crowd leaned forward. He danced down the wings, defenders trailing in frustration. In the 113th minute, he made his final statement. A clinical strike that shut the door on Benfica's hopes. Neto's rise isn't coming. It's here. He's not just a player. He's a weapon. And for Chelsea's next clash, Maresca will be counting on his explosiveness to break yet another backline. Number 4, Christopher Nkunku. The comeback hero when the 80th minute sub came in. Many wonder if Nkunku could rise to the occasion. He answered in extra time with a goal that shouted louder than any question. After a month of injury setbacks, this was a striker's declaration. I'm back. His positioning, his hunger, his resilience. Nkunku didn't just score a goal. He reignited a career. His sharpness will be vital as Chelsea prepare for what's likely a tougher semi-final test. Number 5, Kiernan Dewsbury Hall. The silent storm, he doesn't need flair to be effective. Dewsbury Hall entered and imposed rhythm like a metronome. He pressed, he sprinted, and in the final minutes, he made the run and finished that screamed belief. A reminder that depth matters, that bench players can become legends in moments. Maresca has options, and Dewsbury Hall's name just moved higher up the trust list. Number 6, Cole Palmer. The uncut diamond, he glided to the first half, ghosting past Benfica's midfield, peppering the goal with stinging shots. But like all young stars, Palmer's second half was a reminder Greatness is a process. A stray yellow, a couple of missed chances. Yes, but the fire is there. He's learning. He's growing. And if he sharpens those edges, Palmer could light up the final stages of this tournament. Not every Blue had a night to remember. Benoit Badiashile looked nervous from the first whistle. His passing was rushed, positioning questionable, and in several moments, especially when pressed by Benfica's wingers, he looked a step behind. His lack of composure under pressure nearly gifted Benfica an early lead, and it's clear that confidence is an issue. Maresca may need to reassess his role going forward, especially with Colwill and Desai showing more solidity. As for Liam Delap, the young forward struggled to make any tangible impact. His touch was heavy, his link-up played disjointed, and his movement rarely troubled Benfica's backline. While still developing, Delap looked out of sync with the team's rhythm and may need to focus on minutes from the bench rather than starting roles in these high-stakes fixtures. In contrast to Nkunku's sharpness, Delap's performance underlined the gulf in experience and readiness. Sparkle's honorable mentions. Palmer played well but needed to convert big chances, especially in second half. Cucurella and Colwill also chipped in with crucial blocks and passing, though Colwill's yellow in extra time was unnecessary. Sanchez GK reliable throughout. Important saves after lightning delay. Malo Gusto's night was mixed. He provided great width in crossing early, but committed the handball that led to Di Maria's equalizer. That moment could have been costly. Coaching and tactical notes. Maresca's shift to high press in extra time after Benfica went down to 10 men was masterful. Pressured turnovers quickly turned into goals. Choosing fresh legs and 80-foot was key. Nkunku, Dewsbury Hall, Neto, all decisive. However, misjudging the risk of a weather delay and letting momentum slip before the Di Maria penalty was concerning. Could have cost dearly. Also, Gusto's handball was sloppy. Need cleaner box defense. Tactical shifts, heavy rotation, freshness, pressing tempo. Maresca's decisions unlocked Benfica in the last 30. Early fullback overlaps and dynamic midfield pressing paid dividends. His instructions at halftime focused on intensity, which clearly showed in the second half before the weather delay. When extra time came, Chelsea looked fresher, more structured, and more ruthless. Chelsea's next opponent? Palmeiras. The Brazilian giants boast pace, flair, and a fearsome front line that thrives in chaos. Unlike Benfica's more structured approach, Palmeiras will look to stretch the game, exploit wide spaces, and force defensive mismatches. Maresca's side will need to stay compact, disciplined, and avoid the sloppy moments that nearly cost them today. Maresca must fine-tune Chelsea's defensive transitions, avoid discipline issues, and capitalize on a squad's freshness advantage. With confidence growing and tactical clarity shining through, the Blues are shaping into a true title contender. All in all, Chelsea earned a deeply composed, tactically sharp win after adversity. Today's performance sets a tone for the rest of the tournament and confirms key players are ready to step up in big moments. Thanks for tuning. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. If you want in-depth analysis like this after every match, let me know down below. Until next time, KTBFFH, Soccer Ball,